MMA Joe. YouTube. MMA Joe here, as usual. I hope you guys are happy, healthy, doing well. Let's talk some UFC stuff. First, Kevin Holland. He is the most recent guy to stop a car thief, detain him before the police get there. Maybe not the most recent one I know of. Yeah, so good on him. Uh, it's interesting if you guys see that. Uh, let's see, UFC. This is interesting. The word is that there are several billionaire big players in the professional sports arena. Maybe these guys are owners of teams, um, partners in leagues, whatever, that have decided supposedly to make uh, a professional MMA league. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means just like any other NBA, um, NFL, MLB, so on and so on, there will be a players' union, which the fighters do not have at this moment. So there will be a fighters' union. And one of the things that comes with fighter unions or player unions is a money split between the organization uh, that promotes and puts on the events and the actual athletes that participate. And for something like the NFL or NBA, I believe that's 50-50. So the owners get 50%, and the players, the other 50%, gets divided amongst the rest. That could be real trouble for the UFC. Um, for more than a decade, maybe going on 2 decades now, at least 15 years, I've been wondering why there's no protection for the fighters, no union, so to speak. And I am not a union guy, but these athletes, I think they do need protection, and I think that they earn half of the money coming into these various leagues. So I'm okay with that system. But just the fighters being represented and also being in a community that has legal representation as well as personal representation, that's big. That's big enough to mess up. Now, let's just say these leagues allow the fighters to have sponsorships the week of fight week and walking out to the ring. Maybe give them their banners back. Allow them to stick up. That's big news. Big bad news for the UFC. I got something else for you. Remember that old pesky Mark Hunt lawsuit that went away? Yeah, some Nevada judges, they just said, nah, that doesn't matter. It's not worth it. Well, apparently, that's come back up, and a higher appeals court is going to kick it back down with a new set of instruction. And Mark Hunt is suing for, I think, several things, but one of them being a breach of contract, and that being all over the sportsmanship and fairness of his fight with Brock Lesnar. And they're knowing that Brock Lesnar was on massive amounts of PEDs, but letting him compete anyway. I mean, it's actually a whole bunch of stuff, but it spells bad news for the UFC. So there's definitely trouble on the horizon here. Yeah, if you have any stock in the UFC, which I'm not saying you do, you don't, or you should, but I think you should keep your eyes open and your ears open. That league supposedly wants to debut in 2023. So that could be big problems. I know Sean O'Malley is looking to fight out his contract and test free agent marketplace, see what he can get for his services. I have a feeling that Nick Diaz is doing the same thing as well. I have a feeling Nick Diaz has one more fight left on his contract, and I have a feeling that he's done after that. And then he's just going to go box Jake Paul or something. So I think one by one we're going to see these fighters continue to, well, excuse me, Samantha. We're going to see these fighters up. Well, go ahead, Chester. We're going to see these fighters continue to finish out their contracts, not re-sign, and or look to get out of their contracts, which the UFC is notorious for holding on to their contracts. So I wouldn't expect that to happen. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. That's my my little spiel here on the UFC, real quick. Just something I needed to say, get it out of my head. Yep. So we can wrap a nice little bow on this now. As always, if you could please, questions and comments down below, good, bad, or indifferent, they're greatly appreciated. They only help the community. And this is the part where I say, as always, thank you for listening. Be good. Be safe. Boom. Boom.